So today in this video, we will talk about different types of features, also known as variables, which will be very useful in the feature engineering process. Now this video is super important because I discuss different techniques in the upcoming videos on feature engineering. And techniques differ from feature to feature. Feature engineering is the first step in the machine learning process. Because when it comes to training machine learning algorithms, using variables in their original raw format is not ideal. To build effective model, we need to take into account various aspects of variables such as its type, missing data, cardinality, category frequency, distribution, relationship with the target, outliers, and feature magnitude. There are multiple reasons why we need to take these aspects into consideration. One of the main reasons is that scikit-learn, the open source Python library for machine learning, does not support missing values or strings as input for machine learning algorithm. So we need to convert those values into numbers. Additionally, the performance of a model may be impacted by the number of missing values or the distribution of strings in categorical variables, also referred to as cardinality. It is crucial to consider variable distributions, outliers, and feature magnitude when analyzing the performance of machine learning model. Proper understanding, identification, and quantification of these aspects of a variable will aid in selecting the appropriate feature engineering techniques. So now let us have a look at different types of variables. So the first one is numerical. As the name suggests, this will be a numeric type. So let us see the subcategories. So we have continuous, discrete, and binary. So let's click on continuous. The continuous variable is a variable whose values can be uncountable or infinite set of values. The variable would take forever to count. So these numerical continuous variables are in decimal places. Let's say for example the height of the child. So height of the child cannot be 3 feet, 4 feet. It will always be in a decimal like 3.32, 3.45, 4.20, something like that. Similarly, number of stars in the galaxy, they are infinite. You cannot count them. The weight of a truck, so it can be 4.324 and not just 4 tons, 5 tons, something like that. If you see a Formula 1 race and notice the lap time of a Formula 1 car, it is always in a millisecond. Like this is 1 minute, 32 seconds, and these are milliseconds. Going back to a discrete type of variable. So discrete type of variables are the whole numbers and they can be counted. So for example, the number of students in a class. So there cannot be 34.20 number of students. It will always be an integer like 34, 40, 10, something like that. The number of members in a family, it cannot be 2.4, 2.5. It will always be an integer 2, 3, 4. And number of bank accounts you have, that is 1, 2 or 3. It cannot be 1.5. That means the half of the bank account you cannot have. So discrete variables is usually of int type. However, it can also be of float type. So if it is of float type, the decimal place will always be 0. Going back to our main slide, now let us have a look at binary. So binary variable is a variable which has only two values, either true or false, or a numeric 0 and 1. Now you will say, Farhan, this is numerical variable, so why true or false? So in machine learning, if your feature is categorical, that categorical variable is always converted into numerical form by using the scikit-learn pre-processing technique like one-hot encoding and label encoder. In the future videos, we are going to see that as well. So if it is true or false, it will be converted into 0 and 1. Examples are gender, male or female. Also outcome of a game, that is win or loss, or survived, yes or no, or it can be 0 and 1. The binary variable is usually of int type. However, it can also be of float type. So similar to discrete variables, if it is a float type, it will be 1.0, 2.0, something like that. Also, we are talking about int type and float type. So these are actually the pandas variable. Pandas is a data analysis library used in Python. So we will be extensively using this library for feature engineering. Also, I've created one Excel sheet just for the reference. So we'll first put the categories name over here. So let us first identify the numerical variables. So this is numerical. Similarly, this is also numerical. Then this is numerical and this one is numerical. Now plotting the subcategories. This one is 0 and 1. So this is binary. Total number of children. So this is discrete. Homeowners. So we have only two values over here. So we can treat this as binary. And yearly income is continuous. I hope you got this idea for numerical variables. Now let us go back to our PowerPoint slide, go to our main slide and look at the categorical variables. So we have ordinal and nominal. There are only two subcategories in categorical variable. So let us see the ordinal variables. So ordinal variables are categorical variables with ordered possible values like good, bad, ugly. If you see the example of this one, train, the first class, second class, third class, or the designation in a company, chairman, vice president, manager, officer. So I hope you got the point. So these categories can be ordered in a meaningful way. Ordinal variables are usually of object type in Python. So let us see in the nominal feature as well. So nominal data can be labeled or classified into mutually exclusive categories within a variable. So they are not related to each other. For example, the name of students in a class, that is Jack, Eric and Farhan. Bank account, so saving account, fixed deposit account, trading account, they are all mutually exclusive. They are not dependent to each other or they are not categorized in an order. So these categories cannot be ordered in a meaningful way. So I hope you got this point. So looking at our Excel example, we'll just plot the categorical variables. So the first category, so in categories, we'll just identify the categorical variables. So this is categorical, this one is categorical, this one is categorical, again this one, and this one. Now the subcategories are nominal and ordinal. So these are city names. So this is nominal. They are not ordered. Similarly, the country name is also nominal. Marital status, married or single, again nominal. Education level can be ordinal. Then we have gold, silver, bronze, and normal. So this is also ordinal. They are in order. And this is skilled profession. So I will treat this as nominal because this is a customer report, not a company report. So if it is a company report, then this can be a ordered one. I hope you are getting my point. All right. So going back to a PowerPoint slide, going back to a main slide. So we'll have a look at date and time now. So date and time can be date only, time only, and both. So let us see what date and time has to say. The date and time variable is a type of variable that takes date and or time as values. These are the examples of dates and these are the example of time. And relative data variables are helpful when looking to filter your data on flexible date ranges. So we'll see this in our upcoming videos, how we can treat one date and extract many features from the single date. So going back to our example in Excel. So we have date and time over here, date, time, and this is just a date. Similarly, there is one more date and time column, that is account opening date. So I hope you got this point. Now going back to our main slide, and now we have a mixed variable. So mixed variables are string and numeric combined. So mixed variables are variables that are alphanumeric. That means it contains both letters and numbers. So usually mixed variable always contain more than one feature and it is possible to extract them with the help of a domain expert. So let me just complete our Excel example. So this is our mixed variable and here you can see, just looking at this example, we can figure out that this is a house number and this is a road name. So I have created one more example to make you understand little better. So let us see, we have this number MBG 23015,743. So looking at this number, can you figure out something that what is this? Absolutely not. So we have to call a domain expert for this. So domain expert explained me that this number is actually created like this. So we have 4 features in this one feature. So M stands for city. So if it is Mumbai, then it will start from M. Similarly, if it is Kolkata, then it will be K. Delhi, for Delhi, it will be D. And for Bangalore, it will be B. Similarly, for the second feature, BG, this is a product name. So BG stands for bank guarantee. If it is LC over here, then it is letter of credit. If it is XP, then exports, and IC is for inward collection. So if we have a combination of Bangalore and letter of credit, so we will have BLC. So I hope you got this point. Also for 23 is a year. So if you have a separate feature for date and time, you can just skip this feature. And the last one is the reference. So reference number will be a unique feature for different rows. So it will not make any value addition for the inputs for machine learning. So we can just skip this and take these three features. So we have created three features from the single feature. So I hope you got the point for mixed variables. And this was it for the type of variables. So I hope you have liked this video. Please subscribe. This is a new channel. It will help me to make more videos like this. So I'll see you in the next video.